You versus Disaster look like spousal abuse with alcohol in the mix, cause Disaster took his anger from Jin out on this bitch. Yo, Diz addressed his beef with Jin and then he said he'd leave him shattered. Jin accepted for December, but they never seen him after. Shit was rendered for Descendants and eventually this rapper. So basically, you're just a recipe for disaster. Your career's based off of 3 MCs that are passionately reppin'. Asians stick together, so you're capturing attention. Jin's a curriculum, dumb's a required material, tantrum's a man handling the lesson. Cause without those 3 necessities, class wouldn't be in session. You ran up to thesaurus and no canon scribble, trying to go at vets, using whack rins to diss them when you should have shown respect. See that nights reproved your name, your class below the rest, for trying to diss the teachers that fucking wrote the test. You claimed you were a mama's boy in your first interview. She loves you more than anything in the world, are you sure that is true? Cause China's got 1 billion citizens that live there permanent too. So when your mother says you're 1 in a million, there's 1,000 people in your country she prefers more than you. I love this town, but you're a fucking clown, there's no home advantage. Your album dropped, that shit flopped, your parents know what happened. Your parody songs apparently bombed and there's no hope in practice. You're smaller in the underground than Gary Coleman's casket. You're from a great town and you don't even show it. The annual stampede, no one sees you going. Calgary Flames won the cup in '89 and you don't even know it. Plus Alberta's got the best weed in Canada and you don't even smoke it. A surgeon general's a lead doctor, a spokesman, a standard physician. You're a chain-smoking junkie with a massive addiction. That's like being a mathematician who hasn't mastered addition. This kid will teach surgeon how to cleverly free. When it comes to spitting frees and written leagues, I'm on a spot you never will be. So I'll step up its platform so you could be on the same level as me. You claim you freestyle and shit just pops up. How convenient is that? Well, 2 could play at that game if you believe in that crap. Like, look, he's got a tattoo. And his girl has one as well in the open. She's got a seashell tattoo in her inner thigh. Put your ear to it and you can smell the ocean. But some dirt slipped out when his manager called me drunker than hell and told me a few years back you got stabbed over a slut named Michelle. Well, tell your manager Mark, next time he calls I won't answer my cell. He calls every battler in the league to harass and impel. So Mark, we all wish the dudes who shanked Surgeon up on January 12th would have pulled the knife out so he died of blood loss and stabbed you as well. How do you have a baby face with rapist traits? This guy is obnoxious. People say we look similar. I think I'm getting nauseous. With girls, he slips roofies and wine and coladas and rapes them as their pupils slide in their sockets. Cause Freddy Krueger could only get inside the unconscious. I'm the reason your father begs you not to talk to strangers. Your mama rape her with thoughts of danger, and if there's ovulation, I'll leave the toddler dangling from a closet hanger. Before you box with Frazier, get a boxing trainer. Beating you, dude, is easy as going on YouTube and finding a Brigante hater. I'll leave you hanging like Picasso framework, treat you like that Saddam dictator, till you see these English soccer players breathing stop from failure as I squeeze with constant anger till they meet the Boston Strangler. I'm God's creator, the world dominator. We in Toronto flamers, so get rid of your soccer balls and I'll teach all of y'all to play hockey later. Your people are so fucking unbearable. I won't go to British Columbia or London, Ontario. Organic design's your Grand Prix. It's time to up your business. No one watches your damn league because y'all some whiny fucking bitches. Charles Darwin from your country, he can sign up as my witness. It's survival of the fittest and you're dying because you're British. It appears that this is a mirror match. I can see now. Am I really this ugly? This is me? Wow. I don't need to see my reflection year round. Fuck a mirror match. Hey yo, Bishop, take this fucking mirror down. See, battle rap, I love you to different degrees. You made me a confident person and got me trips overseas. Organic's a big brother I never had who put me into his league and provided me with opportunities I never envisioned to see. I've had dudes I looked up to beside me as I spit on TV. And you fans across the world are the reason I live and I breathe. So you can't win against me. It's the finishing scene, and how can Kruger affect me if I'm living the dream? Let's go. Here is a fact. You scream loud to hide the fact you can't rhyme. You're so theatrical live that people actually clap at your lines. The fact still remains, no one watches your matchups online. Bitch, I've done freestyles in my room that have more views than all your battles combined. You're not even worthy to get bodied by me. I accepted the solely to improve Ottawa scene. I represent King of the Dot and belts overseas. You're still a ground zero MC. I'm literally out of your league. He works at Sports Center. So get the references and the rhymes that I drop. Your sister's like an NHL referee, whether you like it or not, because she's on ice, gets paid to blow and stick people inside of her box. OZ's parenting method's up for odd debate. He's known to punish his daughter with an awful spank for yelling nasty four-letter words, like stop and rape. OZ chased a girl in the dark park for fear and fun. He caught her after she tried to clearly run, pinned her down and stuck his dick in her rear and bum, and said sex is like hide and go seek. Ready or not, here I come. You'll milk his gimmick in this battle till it's practically stale. You've hit a bump in the road like reading a map that's in Braille. You're like Edward Norton in Fight Club with your act is for sale. Cause without Pit T, wouldn't have punches felt on an international scale. How come this guy gets a pass? He couldn't raise money, so his scene supplied him the cash. I ain't referencing the stick you use for guiding your path when I say before you make moves, you have to rely on your staff. The league builds you up, but nothing is stable, cause you're friends with the judges on the company payroll. Losing to him? Man, in his hometown, that's somewhat disgraceful. It's like Vince Vaughn and Wedding Crashers. The jerking happened under the table. They're sympathetic, you cry, just to get what you like from this. Others left on the side, they put up bread for your flight and shit. I get that you're blind, I'm just shedding some light on it. The only sense that I heightened was your sense of entitlement. Hey, yo, you want to talk about my fake girlfriend while I'll address the issue? Let's go. Yo. Dear Laura Tarzi, we've been through some powerful stuff. It was love at first type. Wow, it was lust. I don't defend you when people clown you too much, so I finally bought you flowers for once. Psych, I never buy flowers for cunts. Let's get it poppin', player. Odd behavior like hops and swagger. I'm not the Boston Strangler, I'm his doppelganger. You wanna take this to Australia? You'll get bodied later. I'll leave you beside Sydney on ice like Crosby's trainer. I get that world star love. On BT, I'll be wrecking cats. Organic, my next battle, it'll cost you like 7 stacks. HFK wants a chain, well he should check the stats. He'll have to get through me first in a #1 contenders match. Spear catcher, call me your fear factor. Walls filled with skulls and deer antlers. Say my name, weird laughter appears in the mirror shatter. Buy a beer and get beer battered. sKarm, you're such a queer rapper. You jerk off into a tissue and use it to wipe your tears after. It's time to display skill as I roast your team. Finger fuck your bitch with the fingertips of Wolverine. Raise my dopamine levels as I wrote these schemes. Y'all observe, I make them watch his words like karaoke machines. Go to sleep, he woke up weak in a quarantine confused. Record your screams as you're forced to drink aborted fetus juice. War machine, rolling deep with Puerto Rican troops. You'll never blow up overseas like North Korean nukes. What my brain absorbs creates a storm full of imagery, painting portraits and shape the score for the symphony, waging war with them instantly, break the door open viciously and have them drag from the floor in vicinity like paranormal activity. If you tanned, you die. This ain't a friendly fight, you Vegemite. Your skin so effing light, you make Betty White look like Wesley Snipes. You make me look African. You should tan and get darker. It looks like the last time you hit crack, it hit you back even harder. He's been writing songs for plenty of time, hoping the deals will be getting in line. It's ironic your ex-girlfriend's deaf and you still never been signed. Wait, that wasn't that mean. Y'all don't gotta go shout. I was blocking my mouth. She'll have no idea what I'm talking about. Poverty is near. You are jobless. It is clear. Let's get his daughter up in here and make Jean Benet's dad look like Father of the Year. Insomniac, come on that zombie trend. Call me Merle. If I'm armed with metal, then I'm off in heads. Your jokes have got to end. They're all the same. I facepalm like not again. We all evolve, so lock the pen or die from this delivery behind bars like Rick's wife in The Walking Dead. Your mother's extremely rude and your grandma's a bitch too. Your sister's an alcoholic and your dad used to hit you. You need to see for yourself. You have family issues. Nah, you need to see for yourself and take your family with you. Organic requested our battle Manaz, I ain't making this up. You wanted the blind guy, pick Castro and use Just Days' leg as a crutch. Now your career's on its last leg getting crushed. You want guys with disabilities cause your disability isn't creative enough. Joke after joke, keep cracking away, they're exactly the same. Learn to evolve and adapt to the game. You used to be top tier. As your peer, I'm sad that you're passing away. You're like expired milk. Chunky, smell like shit, and were only useful back in the day. And he's got an Oakland jacket on. Oh, you built that Raider style? It was built from Al Davis from Speed, and you couldn't race a mile. You used to be a brother to me, but the king of the dot chain is vital. It's like the Harbaughs in the Super Bowl. One brother has to die for the other one to take the title. Fuck the jokes. Your carcass missing a severed organ. I'm dark and twisted, the headless horseman. I'll start to kick him like Edward Norton. A narcissist, I'm Dahmer mixed with Arthur Mitchell and Dexter Morgan. I'm a monstrosity. You know the policy. Rely on delivery, cause I write bars of mediocrity. You stretch so much constantly, I should beat this clone and wannabe till he appreciates the meaning of quality over quantity. If this guy's a monstrosity, I'll have him lying unconsciously, no asylum is stopping me till the monster inside him's dying like a Shutter Island lobotomy. Fuck you and your Cartman impression. Act a heart with aggression. It's like you're on a hunger strike the way you're starved for attention. Make you forget who you are for a second like the second when Parkinson sets and the credits run. Turn the tables with the smartest intention, the ending's done. Starting the engine, your level one like Leonardo's perception of the car in Inception. I just turned your dream world to the darkest dimension. You went soft on Shoddy. I don't care if that guy's your brethren. The more I kill someone, the more I respect them. Had HFK dying to the final second, I'll put my own dog down like Will Smith and Iron Leg. Tommy ain't ready, I brought the confetti. He lost this already, then he's X'd off the roster. Tommy don't tempt me, don't be cops or to get me like Tommy Vassetti when he steps out the chopper. Came to the UK cause the medicine's stronger. Have you seen stars all day like celebrity stalkers? Try to escape, I'm letting you wander. Catch you on the run like a Chechnyan bomber. In the trenches so long I got a Medal of Honor. I don't care if you're dead from the slaughter. I'll keep on feasting on you like Jeffrey Dahmer. All you do is scream, but my bars are stronger. I'll shut you up if you start to holler like a barking collar. Sparking thoughts like arson plotters. Heartless monster, smart as Harvard scholars. Rocket launcher, armed like Carson Palmer. Start to conquer armies like a carbon copy Sergeant Slaughter. I realize you went there to get some guap. 4,000 views in 5 weeks. It was barely even watched. It lowered your value. It was there, but then it dropped. You live on a farm. I thought you'd care about your stock. Listen, X Factor, Coronation, this is insane. I'm using shows to show you we ain't thinking the same. Tommy Villis, let it sink into your brain. Your initials are TV. I just killed you with your name. I've battled up in alleys, been watching this rise. I love the audience. It's not a surprise. I've greyhounded dozens of times beside fat, sweaty fucks just for all of you guys. What have you done for this culture? You're not hip-hop in our eyes, because if it wasn't for Bulletz and Biggie Proof and Pac would be alive. Juan gave you daps. I know that you breathe multis and schemes because it's all that you have. There's a reason I fly to other countries and you watch from the stands, because real battle rappers combine bars with jokes to appeal to all of the fans. Your lines aren't over heads. We got them, they're trash. The reason nobody reacts is because you're as entertaining as watering plants. Fuck your novelty acts. Go take a comedy class, because the bars over jokes movements for faggots who can't make an audience laugh. He's a diva, I can see, but ain't the least bit surprised. You ain't squaring off with Brits because you're scared the audience wouldn't be on your side. He even declined to battle Freddy. You need to put your ego aside. What makes you think you'd last against Kruger? Your people fall asleep all the time. You owe your life to Rowan Fife. He let you choose your opponent for some useful promotion. You haven't battled in a year. There's no route you were going. Your people usually use a raft to cruise through the ocean, so this ain't the first time that your kind made moves off of Rowan. American teachers don't mention other countries when they lecture their infants. Quit being hard-headed, just listen and remember that Britain's a sole reason that your people's independence was given. Johnny Storm's a human torch, but I'm questioning his name. How are you the human torch when you're never spitting flames? Oh well, this bitch is lame. Smoke spells the finished phase. I just lit up a torch in London like I started the 012 Olympic Games.